Well, hi there. This is Mrs. Frost, and I just wanted to take a moment to welcome you to both IDVA and our Language 7 class. I'm going to be your language arts teacher this year, along with your parent. And my name is Lisa Frost. I've been with IDVA since 2003, and this is a great course. Not only is it full of interesting stories and content, but you're also going to find out that you have really great classmates to work with also. So I wanted to make a quick video since you're new to IDVA today, and first just to welcome you. So again, welcome. Second, I wanted to show you how to get around in your course a little bit. Third, I wanted to share what assignments you have to work on to get caught up with the class. And then I also wanted to share some things that you could do if you need help. So back up to how to get around in your course. So this is logged in as a student, this picture right here, and you use the plan tool and to see what we're working on each day, and you use the course content is another another way that you can open lessons, and you'll typically see a weekly overview video posted in the class news. I'm going to demonstrate this in just a moment. To get on track with the course, you started at a good time. We just started a new unit last Thursday, so I'm going to ask that you get caught up with those two lessons. That way you'll be aware of everything that was covered in this module, and you won't feel behind all for this whole unit. So I'm going to ask that you first, and I'll show you where to get this in a second, complete the October interim assessment. That should take you about an hour. And then for Module 2, we started irony last week, so I'd ask you to complete 2.01 and 2.02. Those don't have any assignments to turn in, but they just have some material for you to read through online. And then to get on track with this week's plan, we're completing 2.03 to 2.07 this week in the irony module. All right, I'm going to take you on a little tour in a second. When you need help, you can obviously go to your learning coach. You can come to office hours with me. I have extra office hours this week. And then this is an interesting week because we're grading interim assessments and essays, so we don't have our regular classes, but starting back next week, we will have our Tuesday through Thursday 30-minute classes each day. All right, cool. So here is a little tour. So this is me logged in as one of you. I have 5 new students now, so cool. You're not alone. Not only are you new to IDVA, but you're also you're in good company, meaning other new students are joining right now too, so that you're not alone. Okay, so when I mentioned the class plan, here's what you can do. You can go to the class plan right here. You can also access it up here. There's many different ways to get to things. This is the class news section, and this is the weekly overview video I mentioned, and this is the class content, and then you go to the module. So I'm going to demonstrate first the class plan. So if you go to the class plan, you'll notice you can either go for a day view, which would just be today, so it would show you what was due today. You could go for a week view, which will show you what you need to get done all week. You can tell that on Monday there's 2 pieces. This orangish color, a mustard color, is language arts. You can see that there's 2 pieces to do some days and then 1 to do others. You can also navigate around on your plan by going back to, like, for example, I said I'd like you to go back to last Thursday. So you can go back to last Thursday this way, and you'll see that we started irony and did a discussion post, and then which is 2.01, and then last Friday we had 2.02, which also had just lesson content, no assignment that was turned in. All right, cool. So that's a little bit about how you can look around in your class plan. Oh, and I want to point out this. If you click on the mustard colored box, you'll get that more symbol, and then this will take you right to the lesson. You just click on that. This chain link with the orange, that means it's a lesson. You'll see there's all sorts of symbols. When you see this box here, that means it's going to be something in the drop box. So these terms may be new now, but you'll get used to them after probably about 2 weeks. So this just takes you through your lesson itself, and you'll notice that at the bottom you'll see 19 slides, so that means you click through and read. There's printables, and some of these are also as part of the assignments, and I encourage you to print off, open them first to see if they're going to be helpful to you, and then print them off for your language arts binder. which you should have a binder just for this class. And then if you want to go back to class home, you go here. This takes you to your home page. You'll see in the class news section as I scroll down here that I post a weekly video. And I also give updates in the class news. It's just a place to share class news. Alright, so class content. So say I told you, which I did, that I'd like you to complete this October interim assessment. You'd go to class content, you'd click on October interim assessment. You'd click it again to open it. And you'd see this assignment, and it would say start quiz. So you'd go ahead and click on that and start that quiz. Then we go back over to content. This is how another way you could get to the other 2.01 and 2.02 of Irony. You're not going to be asked to do anything from Heartseek Core. We just finished that one. But Irony, you can click on that, and you'll see that you can access by number any of the lessons that you're assigned. So I'm asking that you go back to 2.01. You'll see that this is a link to a lesson because the orange line with the chain link. And then this this question mark on a piece of paper, that means it's a lesson check, which is what we call quizzes. If you see this here, the open book, that is a assignment that you're going to complete. In this case, it's a discussion post, etc. So you'll get to know all these symbols as you go. But for right now, I want to remind you to please go back to class content. I just went to the home screen and complete this October interim assessment. Then you're going to go up to Irony and complete 2.01, and today everyone's on 2.04. So keep that in mind, and you can access your lessons either here through class content, over here through the class plan. Another two features I want to show you since I have your attention are grades. You'll see a grade book here. Parents and teachers, parents and students can see this at any time. It'll tell you what your current grade is in our course and what's missing, what you might want to redo, what's been graded and what has not. Finally, the last feature I want to show you is if you see the drop-down menu at the top, you'll notice that you can also go into your math course. So you can quickly and easily switch to your math course from here too. Alright, cool. Well, this is Mrs. Frost. I want to welcome you again to the Idaho Virtual Academy and our school year. I'm happy to be your language arts teacher, and please don't hesitate to ask questions if you have them. Have a great first week.